dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. I ask you, to what end? This is Undead. Let's talk about heroes. So, this is actually an Xyz focused deck. It's mainly based around this play. So, you summon an elemental hero Stratos, which on summon will search you for a hero. Of course, right? We all know this. The hero we want to search for, almost all the time, is elemental hero Bubbleman, and we only play one copy because if you have more than one copy in hand, you cannot use its benefit. Which is if it is the only card in your hand, you can special summon it. So summon Stratos, search Bubbleman, special summon, right? Then you have 2 level 4 warriors on board. You can go into Xyz plays, right? That's freaking fantastic, and that's essentially what this entire deck is based around. So essentially, the rest of the deck obviously just has generically good cards, but also just cards to help us empty our hand. Bubbleman is the type of card that if you want to build your deck around it, you kind of want to be using a bunch of cards that can empty out your hand. So it does look probably a little bit weird that we are having like Battlin Box Surveil, a hand trap, a card that we want to keep in our hand. Sphere Kuriboh, which we only play like the 4th copy of Battlin Box Surveil. If Sphere Kuriboh were a level 4, bro, yeah, if we were a level 4, we'd probably play it at more copies. But yeah, the whole combo, Stratos into Bubbleman, and use cards like Lightning Vortex to discard cards from hand that you can't use, to wipe the field, and more importantly, empty your hand for Bubbleman. Also emptying the field for an OTK with your Xyz, right? MST to get rid of your opponent's back row, make OTKing easier, right? 1 copy of Mask Change. This isn't really the kind of deck that Mask Change is the best in, but it's cool to have in the late game. So like, let's say you have Mask Change in the late game, right? Because you top decked it because you only play 1, and you have Solid Soldier. So you summon Solid Soldier already have on the field, and you use Mask Change on it. Mask Change, right? And then you go into Princess Diana. So you can attack, and if it kills your opponent's monster, you get to summon another hero from deck. And you can summon it in attack mode, which is just nuts. So let's say you summon Stratos from deck. So you can use Stratos to search a card, or you can use it to pop your opponent's back row without targeting it. Which is essentially using Mask Change in the late game when you've run out of gas. You're kind of like picking up steam again just because of the 1 copy of Mask Change. I feel like we do want to play at least 1, but I feel like it would be bricky at more than 1, and we don't really want to see it in the early game anyway, right? But it can be alright in the early game, because what we can also summon is Blast. If we have Stratos, this one has 22 attack, Stratos has 18, that's 4k. That's a KO. On summon, you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls and cut its attack in half. That's a permanent stat reduction, like Gale the Whirlwind. Also, as a quick effect, you can pay 5 life point, like 500 life points, to target your spell trap your opponent controls and bounce it to the hand. Really good if they activate a continuous spell that they can only activate once per turn, like Magician's Circle, and you chain it, then they can't activate it again and they don't get the effect. But yeah, before we move on to the Xyz, let's talk about the main deck a bit more. Solid Soldier is a great way to both get bodies on the field and empty your hand, right? So you summon this, summon one of your other heroes, usually Stratos, right? But it can summon another copy of itself if you do have that kind of hand. And then Stratos can search for Bubbleman. Bubbleman can summon itself, right? But like, let's say you already have Bubbleman in hand for some reason, but you also have Stratos, you also have Solid Soldier. You summon Stratos and then search for something, then you summon Bubbleman. That's you two have too many cards in hand. You can't summon Bubbleman, right? So Solid Soldier helps you to empty your hand out by putting bodies on field. It's also worth noting that Stratos' ability to pop back row on summon instead of searching is helped so tremendously by Solid Soldier. Because I should probably read it, right, guys? If it's normal summon, you can summon a level 4 lower hero from hand. So if we summon Stratos and choose not to search for something, we can non-target pop back row equal to the amount of other heroes we can drop. So it doesn't count itself, but since Solid Soldier's already on the field, it will automatically be popping back row. The Battlin Boxer Veil kind of has two purposes in this deck. I guess Sphere Kuriboh as well. Sphere Kuriboh is essentially just like a fourth copy of it. If our opponent attacks us and we are still alive, we can just special summon it from our hand on our opponent's turn to and then gain back that life point loss that we just got from that attack. So we've not only put a level 4 warrior on the field, we've also helped us to stay alive, which is incredibly important. We are just a going second deck. We go first when we have Veil in hand. We went second. You feel me? But it also helps us really incredibly to help us out with the hero skill, Wounded Hero. Play an elemental hero monster from your deck in attack position with attack equal to or less than the total battle and effect damage you've taken so far in the ongoing duel. And this isn't taken away when you gain life points off a Veil. It will count the battle damage that you took before you activate Veil. So more often than not, almost 100% of the time, if you've taken any battle damage, you've taken at least enough battle damage to summon, like, to be honest, any of your monsters. But almost always at least Solid Soldier. So you've taken at least 13 battle damage, you can summon this from deck, and they won't get their on summon effects, but having a level 4 on field is fantastic, especially when you have done it for free. So a very simple combo is, okay, we went first, but we have Veil in hand. So we just end the turn. We're not so stressed, right? Our opponent attacks us, we summon Battlin Boxer Veil, we gain some life, and maybe even if they kill Veil, we might top deck a level 4, we might already have a level 4. Then on our turn, we summon a hero from deck using our skill. That's a free level 4, without needing to use any of our card advantage. If we already have Veil, easy, we can just go into a rank 4 right then and there. If we have a level 4 in hand, we can continue, we can extend, like, it all really depends on the situation, but it's quite easy to go into 2 rank 4s or into a 3 material rank 4 in this deck. And Lightning Vortex, to be honest, man, if I could play more copies of Lightning Vortex, bro, I probably would play more than 3 copies. Just the removal that allows, just making OTK so much easier. But if you don't draw it, we still have options, bro. We still got options. But also, I should probably mention Treacherous Trap Hole, bro. It's just so incredibly free. This card needs to be banned. Imagine using Lightning Vortex on your opponent's turn and then saying that it's fair. Yeah, good one, bro. We also have 3 MST. It being a spell, we can just set it just like the other spells we have in the deck, just to make Bubbleman easier to summon, right? Also, just generally getting rid of back row, right? I hear getting rid of back row is a pretty good effect. So let's actually just look at the Xyz we're going into. All of our monsters, including our hand trap Battlin Boxer Veil, are warriors. So we can get to take advantage of the 2 great warrior Xyz, these being Heroic Champion Excalibur, who is not a part of the hero archetype, but is an honorary hero because he is heroic. You can attach 2 materials on it, and its attack becomes double its original attack, so it'll become a 4K beater. And I don't know about you, bro, but 4K, that kind of seems like an OTK to me. Also, we have Blade Armor Ninja, which is kind of like a backup version of Excalibur. You can detach an Xyz material from a targeting ninja you control, being itself, and it can make a second attack. And with 2200 attack, that's 44. Yeah, that's a KO. Then we have 2 copies of number 70 Malevolent Sin, once per turn, soft ones per turn, by the way. So if you summon 2 of them, you can use both of them. You can just essentially move your opponent's monster out of the way until their next turn. It'll banish it, but only till their next turn, so they will be able to get it back. And then the last one, number 91, Thunderspark Dragon, requires 3 level 4 monsters, but you can detach 3 Xyz materials from it and destroy all other face-up monsters in the field. So if we don't have Lightning Vortex, we can summon Lightning Vortex. This deck is incredibly simple, incredibly fun, incredibly explosive, and these replays are going to show it off really nice. Alright, so for this game we're going against the best deck in the game as time of recording, which is Onomats. We went first, however, as you can see, we went second because we had Battlin, Box of Veil. We don't care. Go ahead, kill me. However, despite all that, he still doesn't have. I think that he thinks that we do have a hand trap, so he's trying to play around us by summoning a negate. Not trying to be too cocky, I reckon. Unluckily for him, we do have MST and Lightning Vortex to break just his whole board. He's gonna MST our MST, because as we all know, MST negates. Lightning Vortex, right? Stratos searches for Bubbleman. Bubbleman will summon itself. We go into Heroic Champion Excalibur, and we haven't activated our skill yet, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that in case he does have a hand trap himself. Onomats don't really play hand traps, but you know, I don't want to be the first player to go against an Onomat player that you know has a hand trap. So we're gonna have Excalibur attack for game. That's just a lot of damage, man. My goodness, heroes are so goddamn good at this. Alright, so next up, we're going second against Harpies. This isn't the best deck in the game, however, if you are unable to play through a my bad bro, Cyber / Harpy Lady, then you probably shouldn't be playing your deck. So, but I feel like this deck can play through a / Harpy Lady pretty easily. So he's gonna go into it, he's gonna draw 2 cards, pretty nuts. Alright, so he's setting some back row. I feel like it's too much back row to play through at the moment with the cards that I have available, so I feel like I'm just gonna play the long game, right? You know, gradually get there, gonna MST him on the end phase, he's gonna book me, I'm gonna stretch him to bait him out. He's going to have to use Cyber / Harpy Lady to return itself. So, you know, we lost all of our card advantage, but we're going to win this turn. So we're going to get Solid Soldier to summon Stratos. Stratos is going to try to clip a back row. He's going to Book of Moon, and then we're going to not be able to. That's something that's worth noting. We cannot clip back row if Solid Soldier is flipped face down. So if you're going against this deck, and you have Book of Moon, and Solid Soldier summons Stratos, if you book the Solid Soldier, they get to pop 0 back row because there are 0 other heroes on the field. But yeah, we still activate the skill to summon, and we're still doing fine. We summon Blade Armor Ninja, make it attack twice, and attack per game. GG. That must have been a Swallow's Nest or something. Okay, so we're going first here. And we have Battlin, Box of Veil, so we're just like, you know what, yeah, let's just go second, right? But unfortunately for us, they have the MST for our Tretch, right? Of course they have the MST for our Tretch. It's a normal thing. But then they also they're playing Gaia, and that field spell, if you are unaware, actually turns off battle phase effects for the opponent of the Gaia player, so I can't use my Veil as long as he controls one of his fusions. Um, Luckily for me, he isn't able to do lethal damage this turn, so all he's going to be doing is popping my skill. So I'm just going to Lightning Vortex him because I don't want him killing all my cards. I'm going to summon Stratos. I'm going to try to activate. He's going to Forbidden Chalice me. I feel like that's another Chalice back there as well. So I'm just going to use the skill. I'm not going to Exceed Summon. I'm just going to attack. Because what's it going to do? And it was a Chalice. I was right. So yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. That field spell makes this a pretty tough deck to get through. But that said, Vortex makes us quite good against them, because Gaia's big weakness is just non-targeting removal, and that's just what Vortex can do. And we can play through things with our skill. We're actually a very versatile and and just a solid deck. You saw just how many level 4s we can just put onto the field. Incredibly simple. It's incredibly simple. But it's incredibly elegant in its own way as well. We have the field, OTK. And I feel if you really, really love Heroes, you should really try this deck out. You can really be Jaden, but at the same time, you can really just fully take advantage of the Xyz mechanic. Man, honestly, I might even play this for the KC Cup. This is incredibly fun. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments, and I'll see you later.